XT5 camera release right here. I mean, these are only 4 channels that I've watched so far. Granger, like, I don't know. I'm torn behind him. Sometimes I like his content, but I feel like he's a Nikon shooter, and I don't know if he actually, like shoots with Fuji all the time. But I don't know him personally. Like I said, he's over there overseas, and I think the Philippines or somewhere in Asia. Joel, I like like at the very beginning, I liked him because he was shooting with Fuji. I saw a lot of his stuff, X100, the XT3, I think it was, and then a couple of the other Fuji cameras. And then he switched over somewhere. I don't really remember what camera he shot with for a while, so I kind of stopped watching. But I don't know. I don't trust his judgment either. And then I got this guy right here, Andy. But Powtotech's one of the ones that just I feel like I trust him. I like the way that he does things. He's great when it comes to like video and all this stuff. But he's so excited to get the XT5. And he posed a question: do you really need the upgrade? And I'm an XT3 shooter. I don't think upgrading on this one is such a bad idea. But all these people have something in common. They're a commercial. They're a commercial for Fuji. You don't have to worry about watching it on TV. You don't have to worry about it online with anything. They had their summit, and these people were all given a Fuji, or will get a Fuji eventually. And it's just a commercial. It's all it is. It's a ploy. And being in the business of trying to make money off of photography, especially wedding photography or just personal portrait photography, the stuff that I have is great. And is the autofocus amazing? It probably would be, and it probably would benefit me a little bit in my wedding photography, with some of the fast moving stuff. But Fuji, they're not that great in autofocus anyway, so is it really that big of a jump, that great? The XH2, we're literally testing it this weekend. I mean, is autofocus going to be amazing? That's the real question. But these are commercials. These are gimmicks. They're giving you information, and go ahead and give them their money. Watch the videos if you like XT5, but really, truthfully, it's hard to trust them when they're getting the cameras for free. I'm pretty sure Powtotech will pay for buy his own camera, but I just don't know, who to trust. I don't know if it's worth upgrading. And I loved it. I saw I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's beautiful. They have everything I want for, wedding photography under the XT5. It's back to the old school instead of the XH or the XT4 and the XH series. But I've found a workaround, for my autofocus. And I shoot for Sony at night in dark, flash with the XT3, XH1 flash. And they work perfect. And I know what ISOs to use, not to go above 3200 on some of them. And then with Luminar AI, it's easy to fix the noise now. And I can shoot at f4, f5, the depth of field especially with Fuji and being a APS-C sensor. I can shoot, that depth, and then Luminar AI can do the bokeh / tone in the background. I can make it blurry in the background. So I don't really need a huge depth of field anymore. And some clients really like to be able to see the background in the first place. So I have to shoot at f6 or f8 to show the black background so it's not too blurry. So I just don't know if it's worth falling for these commercials, and I don't really like watching Peter McKenna or any of these, Tony and Chelsea. They're just commercials also. Tony and Chelsea don't play with these cameras on a day-to-day basis. They're they're Sony and Canon shooters, and I just don't trust them. And there's a few others that are on here, these big YouTubers, and I don't know. I just don't know to trust them or not. The last thing is Omar. Omar, I think he's really great, and he tries to make his videos fun, and all these people are all like, I'm burnt out on YouTube, and I get it. Content creating, I shot models for a really long time, and I kind of got burnt out of that a little bit. I totally get where they're coming from. And they're just so excited to get some new gear, and that's hard to trust them. And these guys right here, the DP review guys, these, and nothing against Canadians. I'm just tired of seeing Canadians the only ones making videos. You got these 4 or 5 people that are all making videos that are Canadians. You got DP Review, I think the Camera Store, they're all Canadians. And where are all the Americans that are shooting, or even other people overseas, that have real life experience shooting these shots? Where are they in their videos? And the question I asked one of the other friends was like, hey, where are all these people? And they're like, well, they're creating content. These people aren't really creating, or not creating. These people are creating content. Those other people are actually doing something for a living. And these people are running the commercials trying to tell us, hey, this is better. This is the best thing to do. These are things that we should be looking for. And with that said, it makes me angry that I wish I could trust him. Like Omar, I want to trust. He's telling me, hey, this camera's amazing, and I want to trust Omar. I feel like it's another commercial now, especially after watching DP Review. I was like, it's another commercial. Fuji just got these guys to do it for free, brought them out there, gave them the camera to play with for a few weeks. And they've been lying to us this whole time, going, we don't know what the camera is going to look like. We don't know what the specs are. And here they are. They've been having this camera for 2-3 weeks, maybe like 5 days. They've known this whole time, and then putting out videos of like, oh, there's rumors, Fuji rumors. But they've known. And that's what makes me mad sometimes. It's like, I know that they're under NDA, or they can't say anything, but then stop putting out these videos of like, oh, the Fuji rumor people were correct, or I think it's going to be this. You already know what it is. You all know what's going on with the Fuji. I hate these commercials sometimes. I just don't know who to trust. And it goes back to, it's a ploy. They're trying to get us to buy it. And really, truthfully, they're probably trying to get rid of the XT4. So they're going to put it on a little bit of a sell, and then we're all going to go out and buy the XT4. And maybe the people that have XT2s, XT5s, or maybe some Sonys that are older, Canons that are older, they might switch over or go back to Fuji. But as a professional, nobody really trusts Fuji. I have a lot of people that I work with that shoot Canon, Nikon a little bit, Sony a little bit, but very few wedding photographers I've come across shoot with Fuji. They can't trust them with their autofocus, and I don't know if the XT5 is going to be any different. And my last thing is, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? I know not too many people watch these videos, but I want to believe. Tell me what you think in the comments. You have a good day. Thank you.